Hey folks, RT here. Before we transition entirely into football, Media Day at South Carolina is coming up in just 2 days, and then practice starts on Friday for the Gamecocks. I do want to mention for at least one last time the Pro-Am out at Heathwood Hall that Kerry Rich started 8 years ago, and what a great event it was. The attendance was terrific and the quality of play was even better. And the thing that I want to pay a quick little, give you a quick little scouting report on are some of the guys that are going to be playing for the Gamecocks this year that you haven't seen before. In case you didn't make it out to the tournament, there were some players that really had me excited about basketball season coming up. And hell, I haven't been excited about Gamecock basketball when it was just going into football season, and I don't remember when, but a lot of talent's going to be on the team with Frank, and in my opinion, more than he's had since he's been here. I'm going to touch on 2 or 3 of these guys. Trey Hannibal, point guard, true freshman coming in from Hartsville High School, big and strong, about 6'2", but weighs maybe 225, 230. He is a grown man physically, can really run the court, very athletic, finishes strong at the rim, and has a decent shot too, which of course will probably get better over time. I believe that he has a chance to come in right away and kind of run the show for Frank Martin. Also, the kid that everyone was talking about that is originally from East Chicago, Indiana, I believe, went down and played a grad year at Montverde in Florida, and then had to sit out last year while they got his academics in order. Jermaine Quiznard, I believe that's the way it's pronounced, Quiznard or Quiznard. You hear both a lot. This guy's about 6'4", 6'5". Not only can he shoot it, but he can also score. Those are 2 different things. He can do both. He can sit outside the three-point line, make threes for you, fill it up that way, but he can also go to the basket, create his own shot, and he does it really well. I was blown away by him. 40 points in the first game that he played, 47 in the second. He was just terrific the entire tournament. He is going to be a guy that Carolina fans are really excited about, and a guy that I don't think South Carolina has had a player like him, as good as PJ, as good as Sindarius Thornwell was when they were Gamecocks and took them to the Final Four. He is a different player than we've seen under Frank Martin. You're going to be very excited about him. A couple of other guys to mention, freshmen coming in. Wildens Levesque is about 6'10", runs the floor very well, has a lot of potential. He's a better Chris Silva at the same stage as far as being polished. Maybe not quite as athletic, but he can really get up and down. He showed that he can score, he can rebound. You're going to like him a lot. Jalen McCrary, really athletic from the upstate. It's going to be another guy that will get plenty of playing time as a freshman. Is really going to help out. And then you have Jair Bolden, Trey Anderson, Alonzo Frank, who will only be a sophomore, has completely transitioned his body from being kind of maybe a little bit overweight. He's now big and strong, and reminded a friend of mine of Rick Mahorn. We were calling him Rick Mahorn Light, if you're old enough to remember the big Detroit Pistons enforcer back in the day. And then also Mike Kotsar, of course, he played, and he looked like Mike Kotsar, a guy that can be really good at times, and other times just a solid big man. And then finally, Keyshawn Bryant was just terrific. He still skies to the rafters, but he's gotten to be a better shooter. He's obviously worked on that part of the game. I think his handle's improved some. It's going to be a really fun year at the CLA. I think the days of playing in front of an empty arena are over for Frank Martin's team, at least in the next few years, because there is a ton of fantastic players there. And again, one more time, Kerry Rich, kudos. Fantastic job you have done putting this tournament together with the help of some others, but you were the point man. You were truly the ambassador for South Carolina basketball, especially here in the Midlands. Job well done, my friend. Folks, look forward to Gamecock basketball. It's going to be a blast.